निषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं वहते वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तक केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पतैरहरः वेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा मरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। ओम जय श्री कृष्ण। ओम श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूप दर्शन नाम एकादशोऽध्यायः। We will read from verse number 33. तस्मात्त्वमुत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वाश्वरून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धम् मयेवैते निहता पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Verse number 33. We'll also read verse number 34. द्रोणं च भीष्मं च जयद्रथं च कर्णं तथान्यानपि योधवीरान् मया हतांस्त्वं जहिमा व्यतिष्ठाः युध्यस्व जेतासि रणे सपत्नान्. The teacher, Krishna, brings into focus a very important. It is not a commandment, it's not a mandate, it's not a mandate. It is a certain reality that the teacher wants to highlight. In chapter 2, Krishna talked about karma yoga, doing karma as with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi is karma yoga. Subsequently, the teacher is bringing in what is called bhakti yoga. There is a subtle distance between these two. It's a very subtle difference. Karma yoga is something like you do. You like it or not you. Bhakti yoga is you like what you have to do. It's subtle difference. Let's say you're driving and there are red lights. Signal, red lights, and you have to stop your car. There's no one in the streets, midnight or beyond midnight. There's a red light. It shows 20 seconds or so. You have to halt. Do you halt or you break the light and move on? If there is a policeman around, you won't break the light. If there are CCTV cameras active, you won't break the light. But if none of them are functioning, you will break the light. So you will do what is right if convenient. But imagine whatever happens, you follow the law. Integrity, that's integrity. Whether people are observing or not, you follow, do what is right. That's integrity. So Krishna is highlighting something very important here. I'm looking at verse number 33 first. Okay, we did it, we are just repeating. Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labhasva jitva shvrun bhungshvarajyam samriddham. Okay, now, when it comes to action, you have a choice. The choice is you can do, you need not do, you can do it otherwise. You have a choice. So, and when you do something, what motivates you to do the action? I like doing the action. What makes you avoid do the action? I don't like doing the action. I like this, so I gladly do it. But I don't like this. I do a little, what do you call it, shortcuts. So there are a lot of choices. There are three important choices. You do kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyathava kartum shakyam. When your choices are exercised, driven by your raga dvesha. Raga dvesha is likes and dislikes. Then my choices are driven by my raga dvesha. That the teaching says caution. Because when driven by raga dvesha, the chances are I might do things which are not proper. I might violate and do things which are not proper if I am driven purely by raga dvesha, likes and dislikes. But suppose I am not driven, I abide by what is proper and what is not proper, then my actions are governed by dharma. When I do actions governed by raga dvesha, the chances are I can go against dharma. When my choices are governed by what is proper and what is not proper, I align myself to dharma. The pleasant ones I would like to do. The unpleasant one I would like to avoid. All of us. But suppose the pleasant one is not proper and the not so pleasant one is proper, what's my take on those actions? Karma Yoga says, like it or not, do what is proper. So initially there is an element of pressure. Done consistently, so it's like a plant growing. You don't plant and patak, the bamboo tree doesn't grow like that. Coconut tree, how long it takes to grow? It has to be cured in you. The seed has to, the roots have to take deep root and then grow. Only then you like doing what is proper. You are no longer bothered about whether it is, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant. You do like doing what is proper. And you avoid doing what is not proper. You are spontaneously aligned to dharma. He told this in chapter 2. He comes back and tells this in chapter 13. After he says, Tasmat. Why Tasmat? I've shown you my Vishwarupa. Okay, what is this Vishwarupa? This Vishwarupa is the total design. Okay? And when you understand the Vishwarupa, you have understood the design philosophy. It's a design. And by Krishna swallowing in his flaming mouth, getting crushed in the wheels, in the teeth of the wheels, all show They are all symbolic of law of karma. The law of karma works impartially, infallibly for each one of us. That is what is indicated. We are all subject to the law of karma. And Ishvara is the karma phala data. So, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Vikarna, and Madra Naresh. Okay, all these people.
Jayadratha.
Yeah, Jayadratha. But Madra Naresh was not Jayadratha. Madra Pradesh was Madri's brother. Was a Matulan of Ashaf, these two, Nakul Sahadeva. So, Madra Naresh, all these people are good people. Madra Naresh was a good person. He came all the way to fight for the Pandavas. Bhishma was a good person, accomplished person, a warrior, and a fellow who knew Dharma Shastra also, who knew what was proper. Drona aligned himself to, he was an aligned, he was not non-aligned. There was a movement called non-aligned movement. He was aligned to Bhishma. Whatever Bhishma does proper, I am also there. Kripacharya, there are qualified people, teachers, Acharya. But they aligned themselves to Adharma. They had the reasons. We are not standing to question the reasons. The fact remains that they were aligned to Adharma. Therefore, there is a script. In the script belongs to you as well. There are other castes, characters in the script. There is a story unfolding. You have a role to play. Hey Arjuna, you have a role to play. What is the role to play? You are the warrior belonging to the Pandava, and you are fighting against Adharma. What was the Adharma? Usurping somebody's property is Adharma. Arson is Adharma. Humiliating women in public. Humiliating women is Adharma, but humiliating women in public is even more Adharma. So, the Kaurava army had done all this Adharma, and throughout all these episodes, none of the people stood up to fight for this Adharma. Against this Adharma, not for that. They stood to fight for it. None of them. All those Maharathis, Bhishma, Drona, Kripacharya, none of them spoke up against this Adharma. They were all present in the Darbar. It was happening in front of our eyes, but I choose not to raise my voice. Adharma. And according to the script, according to the law of karma is manifestation of Ishvara. It is Ishvara himself who manifests as the law of karma. Dharma is Ishvara. He manifests as what is proper and what is not proper. And when you rub dharma, you get rubbed in the process. You would like to try? Okay. Choose. And our Swamiji gives this example. He says, choose an old tree, a tamarind tree. Okay. Take your shirt off and rub your back 10 times. At the end of it, see your back. Be lacerated. It will take ages to get healed. So when you rub dharma, you get rubbed in the process. So he says, according to my script, hey Arjun, you have a script. I am the master script writer. Bhishma, Drona, Jayadratha, all these fellows have all done adharma. And having done adharma, their end has already been scripted by me. I have scripted their end. Okay, therefore, please don't be governed or please don't be pressurized. Please don't be under the inner pressure that you are going to fight Bhishma and Drona, who you love. So, Raga Dvesha dominant decision making gives you also problems. And mind you, you have to play a role. And what's your role? That of a Kshatriya, a warrior. A Kshatriya is one who stands up against adharma. Only when you stand up against adharma, you are a Kshatriya. Only when you speak out against adharma, you are a Brahmana. In Tamil, they say, no, namakken, what is in it for me? When you are not a Brahmana. A Brahmana is one, we chant, at the end of it, Brahmana, Santu Nirbhaya. A Brahmana is one who speaks out against adharma in unmindful of who is on the other side. A Kshatriya takes up arms against adharma irrespective of whoever is on the other side. A Vaishya will not do business with one who does adharma. A Shudra will not serve someone who is into adharma. If the society followed this, there will be no adharma at all. Suppose you do adharma and there is an electricity short circuit in your house. The electrician will not come to repair your house. You remain in darkness. The banks refuse to service your credit cards if you don't repay a loan. Just imagine this law is in action. Will there ever be any bad loans? The moment you default, 3 or 6 months or whatever, your credit card becomes inoperative. All your transactions have to be only in cash. The system doesn't serve adharma. In India in many cities, we have what is called building laws. They are followed more in breach than in compliance. And when they say that your building is, has violated the floor space index and things like that, all I have to do is to go to the court and ask a thing. That fine, I have violated. But have you collected taxes from me for the house? Have you supplied electricity? Have you supplied water? That means you have aligned yourself with doing something wrong. So that's a defense for me. A society which is aligned to dharma will not have conflicts. A society which is not aligned to dharma will be full of conflicts. So here Arjuna says, you are a warrior and your duty is to get up and fight. And you're saying you won't fight. You are being driven by Raga Dvesha and not by what is proper and improper. Therefore he says, Tasmat Uttishta Tvam Uttishta. Fight. Okay. Jitva Shvarun. That means Jitva Shvarun. By winning the enemies. Bhungshva Rajyam. Enjoy the pleasures of Rajya, Samriddham, and Yasho Labhasva, get fame. Fighting against adharma will give you fame. Fighting against adharma will definitely give you fame. When you comply with dharma, when you follow dharma, do a simple thing. You try it anytime. Try anything. There'll be written, queue here. And there's only one person in the queue. Just stand behind that person. Don't rush to the counter. Just stand behind the person. Once the person moves, walk to the counter and present your job, whatever you want to get done. Look at the expression in the eyes of the person who is serving there. And look at the feeling that happens inside you. There is what is called a good feeling. Aligning to what is proper makes you feel good. Aligning to not what is proper gives you a conflict. So do what is proper. Don't align yourself to Ragadvesha pressure. Don't succumb to the Ragadvesha pressure. Hey Arjuna, do what is proper. So get up and fight here. Fight for Dharma. It is also a message for all of us. Let's not say Raman Anda na Raman. What if Rama rules or Ravan rules? What should you get? I should get my ration. There should be power supply, water supply, bus supply. What does it matter whether Rama rules or Ravan rules? You are living in a society of adharma. At some point of time, you will have conflict. So, one has to speak up against at least a tweet. At least tweet. These days, everybody reads tweets. So, if you have a tweeter, tweet. This is wrong. Just say this. Good day. In a public platform, it says if all Hindus are himsak, how many of you will swallow this? All you have to do is to tweet. This is wrong. I demand an apology. You are already aligned to Dharma. You don't have to take flags and run around. Somebody uses abusive language. Tweet. Abusive language is wrong. Adharma. We demand an apology. Somebody curses and says Sanatana Dharma should be abolished. And what do you say? Some madman let him say, no, don't say that. You are not aligning yourself to Dharma. You are aligning yourself to Adharma. And you are a coward. Because you are worried that some Ragadvesha pleasure, what if those fellows throw stones at me tomorrow? At least tweet. It is adharma. Can you not do this? That's what is yasya uttishta, man. How long will you like that? In Tamil, there is a beautiful idicha puli. A lump of turmeric thrown in one corner. It remains there for ages. For all the yugas, it will remain there. Just get up and fight, man. He told in chapter 2, Klaibyam mas magam of Partha. Don't react like a eunuch. Shudram Hridaya Daurbalyam. Don't be a coward to fight against Dharma. If Bhishma is against you, fight against Bhishma. If Drona is on the Adharma side, fight against Drona. Jesus, take me an example. It's not said here. Krishna says, did I not find my own Mama Kamsa? Did I not do Vadam of Shishupala? I did it, man. I'm not a hypocrite asking you to do something and following something else. Okay? Very powerful. And while doing it, don't be driven by a ragadvesha. Be governed by what is proper, in which case you are a nimitta matram. You are an instrument in my hand. That is true bhakti. When you do nimitta matram, you have surrendered your ego to Ishvara. I do because it is expected of me. It is only proper. No papa accrues. That is the beauty of this verse number 33. Just the cause. Okay? I am an instrument in the hand. Okay. So then he adds there, he said, Dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadratam cha karnam tathanyanapi yodha veeran. All of them are accomplished warriors. Jayadrata, an amazing warrior. Karna is an amazing warrior. Very wonderful, great warriors, Maharathis. Achha. Remember, each one is a character in your drama, in which you are one of the characters. And all their scripts, those character scripts, I have written. And according to those scripts, those fellows' end is near. So please don't think you are killing, therefore I am feeling unhappy. It's an illegitimate emotion altogether. Ashocyan anvasvam. That's what he said, and he's being reiterated. Maya hatans tvam Okay, I have already finished them off. Okay. Tvam jahi. Now you go, you just act out. I have given the script, you go do it for me. That's all. Just go do it for me. Hey, let me tell you a small, nice story. There was a beautiful story. There's a character, A, who is playing, it's a person A, who is playing the role of elder brother in the first half of the play. And in the second half, towards the interval, this brother, elder brother, is killed. In the second half, the person who made elder brother plays the younger brother. Like he's a policeman inquiring upon the death of the elder brother. Okay? And the younger brother has a striking resemblance to the older brother. So there's a character who says, I have to shoot. No, he's my mentor. He was the one who taught me how to act in plays. How can I shoot him in this play? He says, hey, my God, the script has ended, man. The director says, you have to end that fellow, because if you don't end him now, he can't come in as a new character after the interval. His script is closed. Uska file close ho chuka hai. The file is closed. You can't say it's re-investigation and fresh investigation. It's all closed. It's all over now. He's got to go to his new birth. So, Jahihi, Tvam Jahi, Dronam, Bhishmam, Jayadratam, Karnam, Anyan, Yodha, Viran. There are so many other warriors who we have to kill, who have already been, whose end have been scripted by me. Maya by me. Ma Vyatishta. Therefore, you need not have any regret about the whole thing. Ma Vyatishta. Yuddhasva. Go up and do your work. Get up and get your job done. Jetasi. And if you do this, what will happen? Jetasi Sapatnan Rane. You will conquer the enemies in the battlefield. Rane. In the battlefield. Okay? Jetasi, you will win. Who are the enemies? People who perpetuate adharma. Speak up. Take up arms where necessary. Okay. Now, let's go to verse number 35. Sanjaya Uvacha. The previous was Bhagwan Uvacha. Now it is Sanjaya Uvacha. Sorry. The narrator wants to say something. Sanjaya Uvacha. Etachutva vachanam keshavasya kritanjalir vetmana kiriti namaskritva bhuya evaha krishnam sagadgadam bhita pranamya. Let's go. Etachutva vachanam keshavasya kritanjalir vepamanah kiriti namaskritva bhuya evaha krishnam sagadgadam bhita pranamya. Sometimes when one is not doing what is expected, it is expected of you, but you don't do. You are in the front and you are supposed to fire at the advancing enemy. And suppose there you talk about that Bina Khatak Bita Dal, I want to get independence for my country, you want to mouth all these things. What will a commanding officer say? You may be court-martialed if you don't carry out orders. You may be court-martialed. So, Sanjaya Uvacha, Sanjaya says, Shutva, having heard, Etat Vachanam, these words, Keshavasya, of Keshava, Krishna. Vepmanaha Kiriti. Kiriti means an accomplished fellow. Fellow with a, what a lovely headdress kind of thing. Vepmana, he started trembling. Hey, Krishna was so far saying, Are Baba, Karuna, क्यों नहीं करते हो बेटा? Now he is saying, hey, दिमाग खराब हो गया तेरा, करता है कि नहीं? Let's take him. एक मारू ना तब ठीक हो जाए. If that is the kind of language Krishna is going to speak. Vepmanaha Kiriti, the fellow is trembling. And not trembling out of fear. This was an ordinary Ratha Sarathi for you. The Ratha Sarathi became a teacher. He taught you certain things. He taught you Karma Yoga. He taught you meditation. And towards in the middle section, 7, 8, 7, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so in these 4 chapters, he is showing you his Vishwa Rupa. He is showing you the whole design and the design philosophy behind the whole thing. Who you took as an ordinary fellow, you are astounded. Now you are Ascharya. Wow, what a person. And to this person, Namaskritva. What a man. The complete man, not the suited fellow. Okay, they're a different. What a man. What a person. He looked like an ordinary fellow. I didn't realize he knew so much. Okay. Namaskritva Pranamya. There are 2 number of namaskaras. There are number. There's one namaskara. You can do this. Pranamya namaskara. You bow down in namaskara. It's called Pranamya namaskara. So Pranamya Bhita Bhita. There was great fear in him. Okay, fear here is talked about. Not the fear that you want to run away from. But suppose you did not know the greatness of somebody and you have uttered something inappropriate. It happens. You have uttered something inappropriate. A fellow says, I am so and so. I know. Why don't you wait in the queue? We'll see. Then you realize that this person is the person who is going to run the whole shop today and you ask him to wait in the queue. Then what? Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. There's a lot of, what is called abashedness. A fear of saying, oh, maybe I was indiscreet. I didn't say the right thing, kind of. So with great fear, Sagat Gadam, falteringly. Okay. Aha Krishna. Aha to Krishna. He spoke to Krishna. Bhuya eva, once again, because earlier Arjuna spoke, then Krishna replied, then Sanjaya says that this is what is happening. Bhuya eva kritanjalim. He says, hey Mahatma, hey Guru, hey Ishvara, kaha suna maaf, please forgive me what I did in the past. I want to speak to you all over again. And he says in a trembling voice, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. I shouldn't have spoken to you like this. I was very rude. I shouldn't have raised my voice. I shouldn't have questioned your wisdom. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Tell me that you are forgiving me. Hands are folded. Namaskara. And there is this abashedness from inside. That is Arjuna's manosthiti in verse number 35. Let's look to now, verse number 36. Sthane rishikesh tava prakirtya jagat prahushya kyanurujyate cha rakshansi bhitani disho dravanti sarve namasyanti cha siddha sangha. Sthane Arjuna uvacha sthane rishikesh tava prakirtya jagat prahushya yanurajyate cha rakshansi bhitani disho dravanti sarve namasyanti cha siddha sangha. Okay. Arjuna uvacha, Arjuna says, here Rishikesha is addressing. Rishikesha is addressing. Oh Lord, Rishikesha, sthane, it is proper, it is only proper. Okay, what is proper? Jagat praharshayati. The entire world glorifies you. It is only proper. Why is it proper? Because you are Ishvara, you are Sarveshwara. I realized it late. I realized it late. But it's only proper that people glorify you and are anurajyate. They are gratified. They not only glorify you, they feel it's wonderful doing it. See, for instance, you go on an artist's pilgrimage, okay? You stay upavasa for a number of days. You walk the distance barefoot. You follow all the niyama. You put yourself through a lot of physical difficulty, took in a lot of knocks, and finally have darshan and having come out. What is the kind of feeling that you go through? Gratified. You feel so gratified for having done that, having taken all the trouble. So Ishvara Upasana gives you delight and also a deep sense of kritagyata. Why? It needs a certain insight. Without insight, you will not feel gratified. What is the insight? Just look at your life. All of us are comfortable complaining that I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this. Tamil, there's an ore kore. Ye nahi hai, wo nahi hai, grumbler. In Tamil, our Swami used to say, the fellow is called Munu, gently grumbling and muttering under the breath. I don't have this, I don't have this. If I come here, I have to stand in a queue. If I go to a hospital, I have to stand in a queue. When I die, I have to stand. They have to put my body in a queue for cremation. The fellow is constantly grumbling. He says, alter your paradigm. Look at your endowment in life. Have you been blessed? Coming and attending Vedanta, getting exposure to Vedanta, having a mind to study, having a mind to invest valuable time in Vedanta, having access to Shastra, having access to Mahatmas is itself an endowment. Being born of parents who encouraged you to study, who encouraged you to do something worthwhile. Something worthwhile. My father said, learn to stand up on your own legs. Just learn to stand up for yourself. It's an endowment. I learned it when I was 7. You know how useful it is. Stand up for yourself. That means don't beg for help. Learn to stand up for yourself. Is it not an endowment? We have got good jobs. We have good families. We all live reasonably in reasonable comfort, free from a lot of vyadi and problems that the others go through. A fellow may be in a glorious position. Sion or Sion of, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Sion. And the whole world ridicules you. Calls you a joker, mentally retarded. And nobody calls me that. Is it not an endowment? That itself is gratification. Hey, when you realize the endowment you have in life, it is gratification. So gratified, delighted, okay. Cha anurajyate prakritiya, by this glorification, see, if you chant the glorious verses of any shloka, just pick up Vishnu Sahasranama and chant. Just pick up. Shantakaram bhujagasayanam padmanabam suresham. Just chant this. You will feel a certain calm. You're just glorifying. Glorifying the Srishti Karta. The Srishti Karta who has manifested himself as the Jagat. It itself is a glory. That's why when you do Upasana, you don't say what phalam I will get. Doing Upasana itself is a phalam. Because it's that glorification of Ishvara makes you feel so good about it. Many of your problems are knocked off, okay, by glorification. Tava, okay. Then this is one group. There is another group. They are a few Tava Bhitani Rakshamsi. There are some demons who are scared of you. Demons means, see, do what you like. Do what you like. Who Ninda of Ishvara, who Adharma. If you are in Adharma, if you do Ninda of Ishvara, two things you cannot. One is look into your own eyes into the mirror. You can't be alone ever in life without some kind of crutches. You can never be alone. You will either want company of men or liquor or drugs. You can't face life alone. Bhita Bhitani. They are Rakshamsi, meaning demons. If you are aligned to Dharma, you are gratified. If you don't call yourself aligned to a Dharma, if you are constantly violating Dharma, the rana it causes inside, it is, virtually splits you apart. An adharmi is never ever happy. He may look happy. He may look happy. Somebody borrows a lot of money and runs away from India. Okay, he is abroad. He goes to parties, he throws lavish parties. You are a very ordinary Ganguteli who knows nothing, who doesn't even earn enough money to buy one peg of the drink that he gives you. Okay, you can look into his eyes and say, I am a clean person. Can you do that? Being clean, you can look into your own eyes. The smile that radiates is natural. Being integrated, being together as a person is what is called alignment to Dharma. When you are aligned to Dharma, when you are together as a person, you can look into people's eyes. Your smile is genuine. Your sleep is peaceful. Nobody who does adharma can sleep without something inside. You have to either have a drink or some pill, or you wake up and say, is the security intact? Are the fellows having guns? Are the guns? And the fellows who hold the guns, are they for me or against me? Who knows who has betrayed them? Who is going to betray me when my own security guards can shoot me dead? In my own office, walking from my office to my home. Sorry, from home to my office. My own security guard can shoot me dead. That's the life of people who live adharma. Bhitansi, Bhitani, Rakshamsi, Dravanti, they run. Dishaha, Auto Dishame. They run in 8 directions. Helter skelter, they run. Helter skelter, they run. Hey, sitting in your heaven, you abuse God. That's why another fellow said, you come to my town and abuse. Yeah. Sanatana Dharma should be abolished. Fine. You say it in the security of your place, surrounded by all. Okay, come to my town and you just come out of your district. Just come out of the safe haven of your home, of your Narakaloka, and come and speak. Then we will say, Acha, Sarve Siddha Sangha Namasyanti. Go down to you. Why wouldn't they do? See, there are 3 categories of people here. One, the general category, who are who are able to see your glory, who are able to appreciate your glory. They are so grateful that they are able to say their names. He has very little in life. I know people who have got see, unfortunately these days, it's not unfortunate. I won't say it's unfortunate. It's a way of the world. It's a reality. Somehow success has been linked to affluence. Success, affluence, and what you can buy. These things seem to go together. But I've seen people who are not affluent at all. The fellow lives in great amount of economic, not economic well-being. But there is a certain inner joy. What it is, every month he goes on some pilgrimage. How do you go? I go by ordinary buses, trains, I take care of. I cycle if necessary. One class of people, gratified, happy with a simple life. Then the other category who are scared, who live in security. Kamsa was afraid to come out and confront Krishna. Yeah, Ravana was afraid to confront Rama. If Ravan had not done adharma, he could have confronted Ram. He was so scared that he had to send Kumbhakarna, he had to send Meghnatha. He could not even confront Sita. Forget confronting. He could not confront Angad. He could not confront Hanuman. When Lanka was burning, what was he doing? He did not say, somebody is burning my city down, I will destroy that. He couldn't do it, adharma. Duryodhana could not confront adharma because he was in adharma. Okay? So, ordinary people, adharma people, third category. Siddha Sangaha. Okay? You are not ordinary people. You are not adharmis. You are Siddha Sangha. Because our team has together studied 160 hours of Bhagavad Gita. We are Siddha Sangha. We are sattvic, mature people. For you listening to Vedanta, for you appreciating Vedanta, and looking forward to a Monday evening session, I won't call it a perfect human being. The perfect human being is very difficult. You'll have problems. I am a good person, make insan. I am integrity. I'm a good guy. I won't harm you. If I can, I will help you. I will never mislead you. That's very important. There are so many people who listen to my talks, and I cannot mislead you because I'm answering, not because I'm afraid of my guru. It is because out of bhakti for my guru. My guru would never do this to me. When I went to my guru, I was totally confused. I just didn't know where I was headed. I was not even sure whether I was sane. I was feeling insignificant and nobody. My teacher told me, Tvam, that you are a glory, you are the only insignificant being in this Srishti. It has changed my life. Siddha Sangha. Siddha Sangha, why won't I do pranam to you, Ishvara? Ishvara Anugraha, I got my Shastra. The earlier people, Ishvara Anugraha, I got a lot of property, things like that. I mean, people who have all this, who have earned it properly, doing dharma and things. The Siddha Sangha says, Ishvara Anugraha, I've got Shastra, access to Shastra. I have access to Guru. I have my own Kripa, because for me this is something very valuable. Atma Kripa, Guru Kripa, Ishvara Anugraha, Shastra Kripa. I have all four. Why won't the Siddhas glorify you? Hey Arjuna, Arjuna says to Krishna. Acha, let's read verse number. They are very emotional outburst of a bhakta. In bhakti, tears flow. You see, you are emotionally attached to Ishvara. You are emotionally so attached to Ishvara. If you are attached to Raga Dvesha, problem. If you are, that's why we don't say attachment to dharma, we say aligned to dharma. That means there is bhakti, there is a willing spontaneity. When you say attachment, like it or not, you are stuck there. Okay? So he says, Kasmatyatena nameran mahatman gariyase brahmanopyadikarte ananta devesha jagannivasa tumaksharam sadasatparam yat kasmachatena nameran mahatman gariyase brahmanopyadikartre ananta devesha jagannivasa Twamaksharam sadasatparam yat. Mahatman, O great Lord, O Ishvara. Kasmat cha te. Why would they not? Na namare nameran. Why would they not salute you? Look at the expression. Oh, Mahatmana, who else will they go and salute? Will they do hello, good morning, sir? Even you are there, Ishvara, your glory is understood. The infallibility of the law is understood. Hey, when I talk about infallibility, I am a great bhakta. Let's assume I am a bhakta. And then let's say I am not, let's not use I, you, and all. Let's say there is a bhakta, one Mr. A. He's a great bhakta. He's standing on the terrace trying to dry his clothes or fix his TV antenna. Okay, he loses balance and falls down from the second, third floor. He is falling down. He is a bhakta. Okay, and he says, Ishvara, stop the law of gravity for a few minutes for me. Will Ishvara do it? Think that's why it is called infallible. Because while you are saying protect me, Ishvara has responsibility for how many life forms. To protect one bhakta, if he suspends the law, remember all others, collateral damage for the remaining population will go up in the air, is it not? That is why it is called infallible. Bhakta or non-bhakta, it works. The bhakta is aware of the law. The non-bhakta runs away from the law. He says, Mahatmana, kasma chatte, why would they Namarein, why would they not worship you? Why would they not glorify you, salute you? Gariyase, who is greater? Gariyase, who is greater? Api Brahmana, and who salute you, who is greater than even Brahmaji. That means he's saying that Brahma is the greatest because he is the creator. He is the creator. This is Brahmaji, ultimate creator, Hiranyagarbha. So you are even greater than Brahmaji. Adi Kartre. Okay, there's a question. You created even Brahmaji. There's a lot of philosophy there. We'll see that in the coming lessons. You are the ones who are responsible for creation of Brahmaji. Ananta, oh, limitless one. Limitless means limitless is to be understood. No time limit, no space limit, no vastu limit. We'll see, explore it in little detail in the coming sections. Okay. Devesha, who are the ruler of gods. Jagannivasa, you not only rule the gods, you are also the sustainer of the entire Jagat. Jagannivasa. All these are highly, they've got a lot of loaded with meaning. We'll see that. Jagannivasa. Asat, Sat. You are the cause and the effect. Satvastu, from which the entire Asatvastu has come. Asatvastu doesn't mean useless stuff. Asatvastu means that which is anatmas, that which does not have an independent existence of its own. We'll see this in detail in the next session. Tvam tat aksharam. You are that truth. Akshara. Shara means that which decays. Akshara means that which does not decay. Tvam aksharam. Okay. Yat param. You are what is ultimate. Okay. This is a glorifying verse which all of us should learn by heart. Because when you are doing upasana, when you glorify Ishvara, when you do that glorifying meditation, this verse is very, very useful. We will see this verse in our next session indeed. I may take a whole 1 hour session on this verse. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha brahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya shalinim desho yam shobharahitah brahmana santu nirbhaya sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashyantu कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो सब संतों की जय हो स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय हो बजरंग बली की जय हो जय श्री कृष्ण ओम we'll meet again next
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Baba. Thank you.